What if I told you that the key to happiness isn't sitting in your bank account? We live in a world that constantly bombards us with the message that money equates to happiness. The shiny new car, the bigger house, the exotic vacations. We're told these are the markers of a happy life. We're conditioned to believe that wealth is a synonym for joy, and that the more we have, the happier we'll be. But what if that's not the case? What if the pursuit of wealth, in fact, leads us away from true happiness? Enter the philosophy of Stoicism, a school of thought dating back to ancient Greece and Rome. The Stoics had a radically different perspective on happiness. They believed that happiness doesn't come from possessing material wealth or achieving societal success, but from within. The Stoics argued that happiness is about finding contentment in the present moment, regardless of our external circumstances. It's about understanding what is within our control and what is not, and focusing our energy on the former. It's about cultivating inner peace and resilience in the face of life's inevitable ups and downs. They proposed that the endless chase for more money, more possessions, more success, is a futile endeavor. They believed that true happiness lies in simplicity, in acceptance, and in living in harmony with nature and our own nature. In a world obsessed with materialism and external achievements, these Stoic teachings might seem counterintuitive, even radical. And yet, they hold profound wisdom that can guide us in our modern quest for happiness. So let's take a moment to question the narrative we've been sold about money and happiness. Let's explore the wisdom of the Stoics and consider a different path to joy and fulfillment. Happiness, according to the Stoics, is not something you can purchase. It's a state of mind. A state of mind that we can cultivate, no matter our bank account balance. It's time we redefine our pursuit of happiness. So, what exactly is Stoic happiness, you might ask? Well, it's somewhat different from the typical notion of happiness we're used to. It's not about chasing fleeting pleasures or accumulating material possessions. It's not even about achieving grand ambitions. Instead, Stoic happiness goes deeper. It's about inner peace, self-acceptance, and the ability to remain calm and composed, regardless of what life throws at you. The Stoics, philosophers from ancient Greece and Rome, believed that happiness isn't dictated by external factors. They argued that it isn't your circumstances that make you happy or unhappy, but rather how you perceive and react to those circumstances. Your happiness, according to the Stoics, relies solely on your internal state of mind. Imagine for a moment, you're a serene lake, untouched by the storms that rage around it. The wind howls, the rain pours, but beneath the surface, all is calm and tranquil. That's Stoic happiness. It's not about avoiding the storm, but learning how to weather it with grace and equanimity. The Stoics also emphasized the power of personal control. They believed that we have little to no control over external events, but complete control over our thoughts and emotions. They argued that by mastering our internal world, we can achieve a state of constant tranquility and joy, regardless of our external circumstances. This isn't to say that Stoics advocated for a life devoid of emotion, quite the contrary. They recognized the full spectrum of human emotions but encouraged us to not be enslaved by them. To feel, but not to be overwhelmed. To experience, but not to be consumed. Stoic happiness, then, is about cultivating inner peace and acceptance. It's about recognizing that while we cannot control the world around us, we can control how we respond to it. It's about learning to find joy not in external pleasures but in the simple act of existing, of being alive and conscious in this vast and beautiful universe. The Stoics believed happiness is a result of inner peace and acceptance. It's a timeless wisdom that continues to resonate in our modern world. Because true happiness, as they say, isn't about having what you want, but wanting what you have. Step 1 to Stoic happiness: embrace simplicity. This concept is deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. It's not about deprivation or austerity, but about clarity and focus. By simplifying our lives, we clear away the clutter that distracts us from what truly matters. Imagine your life as a canvas. The more elements you add, the more chaotic it becomes. But when you strip it down to the essentials, each component stands out, allowing you to appreciate its value. That's the power of simplicity. In the Stoic view, reducing our material possessions is not a sacrifice, but a path to freedom. It liberates us from the constant desire for more, the never-ending cycle of acquisition and dissatisfaction. It helps us realize that we already have everything we need to be happy. Simplicity also extends to our desires. By wanting less, we open ourselves up to greater contentment. We realize that the best things in life aren't things, but experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Simplicity is not about having less, it's about making room for more of what matters. Step 2. Practice mindfulness. In the realm of Stoic philosophy, mindfulness is the act of being fully present and engaged in the current moment. It's about letting go of the past, not fretting about the future, but being wholly absorbed in the now. Just think about it. How often do we lose ourselves in thoughts of past regrets or future anxieties? Stoics understood that such preoccupations only rob us of the joy of experiencing the present moment. By practicing mindfulness, we invite ourselves to live in the here and now. We become aware of our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, allowing us to better understand our own selves. This practice helps us to form a healthier relationship with our inner world. It allows us to recognize and accept our feelings, rather than fighting or suppressing them. In doing so, we learn to respond to life's ups and downs with equanimity, a key facet of Stoic happiness. Mindfulness is the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of ourselves and our happiness. The final steps to Stoic happiness: acceptance, resilience, and gratitude. These three elements are the pillars that hold the structure of a balanced and content life. Let's dive into acceptance first. Acceptance might seem like a passive act, but it's a bold decision to embrace what we cannot change. It's about acknowledging the uncontrollable aspects of life and choosing to focus on what is within our power. Picture a tree in a storm. It doesn't resist the wind, it sways and bends, accepting the force of the storm. Similarly, when we accept the things we cannot change, we free ourselves from the burden of unnecessary struggle and open ourselves to peace. Next, we move to resilience. Resilience isn't about avoiding hardships, it's about facing them head-on, enduring, and coming out stronger on the other side. The world may knock us down, but it's our choice whether we stay down or rise again. The ancient Stoics understood this well. They saw challenges as opportunities to grow, to test their strength, and to build resilience. Remember that resilience is not a trait that people either have or do not have. It's a skill that can be learned and developed over time. Finally, we arrive at gratitude. Gratitude is about recognizing and appreciating what we have, instead of constantly yearning for what we don't. It's about seeing the glass as half full, not half empty. When we practice gratitude, we shift our focus from what's wrong in our lives to what's right, and this shift can have a profound impact on our overall happiness. So there you have it: acceptance, resilience, and gratitude. 3 key steps on the path to Stoic happiness. Remember, these steps aren't just about achieving happiness overnight. They're about developing habits and attitudes that can help us navigate life's ups and downs with grace and equanimity. These steps aren't a quick fix to immediate happiness, but a journey towards a more fulfilling life. The path to happiness isn't a straight line. It meanders through life's ups and downs, twists and turns. It is a journey of discovery and growth, of understanding and acceptance. And in this journey, the wisdom of the Stoics guides us. Let's take a moment to recap the main points we've explored today. We've discovered the Stoic perspective of happiness, a state of tranquility and contentment that is not tied to material possessions or external circumstances. We've understood that the pursuit of happiness is not about accumulating wealth or chasing after fleeting pleasures, but about cultivating a resilient and serene mind. We've introduced 5 steps to finding happiness in our modern lives. First, we've learned to embrace simplicity. By reducing our desires and focusing on our needs, we free ourselves from the shackles of consumerism and materialism. Second, we've learned the art of mindfulness, of living in the present moment, appreciating the here and now. The last 3 steps, acceptance, resilience, and gratitude, are interconnected. Acceptance teaches us to let go of what we cannot control. Resilience enables us to bounce back from life's challenges, and gratitude helps us appreciate the beauty in every moment. But remember, this journey is not about reaching a final destination, it's about the journey itself, the day-to-day practice of these principles. It's about patience and commitment, about persistently working on ourselves, refining our thoughts and actions, and gradually becoming better versions of ourselves. The path to happiness is not an overnight transformation. It's a lifelong journey. It's about finding joy in the journey itself, about learning to dance in the rain rather than waiting for the storm to pass. Remember, happiness is not a destination, but a way of life. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. So, let's embark on this journey, a journey towards a happier, more fulfilling life. Let's learn to enjoy the present moment, to find happiness not in external circumstances but within ourselves.